Think for the 50, as masculine men, we should be compassionate. Let them decide whether they want to have a baby or not. It's not black and white. There's no proof of God or the right religion. There's hundreds of religion. Can't use religion as facts for law. Super Ronnie.
Oh my God.
I like this dude.
It's just so incoherent because people now treat this stuff as though you're like talking about a magical sky daddy with a beard or whatever. That's what like the modern
It's
atheists
actually
say.
an AI plus some robot.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it's gonna wipe us all out.
Yeah, it's like
scans all our arguments.
Yeah. It's like an AI machine that looks a lot
Oh, by
like
the way,
God.
you never answered. So the ecto baby thing. Would you agree if someone doesn't want to have the baby to put that?
Well, I think he...
As a last resort. As a last resort, maybe. But no, the thing is, the existence of God can be known with certainty from the natural world by the light of human reason, and you actually have to reason about all these things. If you want to pass a law against parking tickets or taxes, you have to take into account moral thoughts. So yeah, the religion is essential to it, as we all know.
Wrong.
Toasted.
Just kidding. I don't give a fuck. Believe what you want. If that helps you sleep better at night, bro.
Oh,
If when you're tucking yourself in, you go to sleep thinking that's how the life is working.
No,
hey,
it's just the
it's the
inescapable.
Fuck up your sleep patterns.
No, it's just the inescapable conclusion of my use of right reason by the things that I perceive.
And it's like,
in the
but
world.
you say that, and you don't realize when you're
Because
saying that how insane you sound. Like to us, like, you know how back in the day when people are like, oh, I'm sick, I have a mental illness, they're like, oh, the devil, Satan. I feel like we're gonna get to a point in society where it's like what you're saying right now is like they're gonna think you're crazy.
Well,
like
the devil
you sound crazy. Like you sound crazy when you say that shit. Like I hope you. I don't know if it's just me, but you literally sound like Looney Tune bin, like you're ready to get locked up, like straight.
Kiko, you just told me.
Believe what you want.
You just told me that if a man has sex with another man while that other man is wearing a dress, he's not engaged in a homosexual action because the second man is secretly a woman. But you're telling me that but by using my right reason to deduce from the world that because the world is, say, in motion, there has to be an unmoved mover, or because the world is caused, there has to be an uncaused cause, or for any other number of reasons, we can conclude that God must exist in order for this contingent world to be as it is. That seems a little crazy.
And there, right there, folks, is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, that was like, you barely even used any religious jargon, but it's like...
Right, I used logic.
Like,
I used the language of formal
losing
logic.
us. Like, you're losing us.
What do you say?
I guess.
I'm just trying to be honest.
What do you say to guys? Like some people commented, no girl is worth waiting 3 months. What do you say?
No girl's worth waiting 3 months. Who is this guy? Is this guy just like picking up hookers every night and sort of like paying a cheap kind of? No, I would say 3 months is a good minimum to start with. Maybe.
Eric, can you open the door a little bit? It's a little stuffy.
It's all personal. It's all personal preference.
All right, we have drive here.
I feel like
objectively true or false.
Personal preference.
What did you say?
Or it's objectively true or false. You know, it's like either it's
all the
either
way.
I can't. I'm not hearing the last part. Is it my fault? Is it my fault? He's saying?
No.
Oh, true or
like
false?
Objective, not subjective.
No, it's just you find somebody who believes what you believe and go make babies and have love with them like you did, and happy for you. But like me, we wouldn't, we wouldn't. So I'm gonna meet somebody who I already have, who we share a lot of similar views. We share some differing views, but we know how to respect each other's views because they're not so polarizing that we are disrespecting each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but aren't there better and worse ways to live? Like, can't you?
Yeah, and like you seem like you're living your life in agony, so worried about what all these
I look
other
like I'm in
people are
agony.
doing.
I'm the happiest guy I know.
But like maybe not
I don't
exactly.
storm off sets.
Maybe not
I don't
exactly.
even raise my voice.
Don't say you don't raise your voice.
I don't raise my voice.
But
I project because I'm a
I
performer.
mean, I get that. I project too.
But
I project
I don't
too.
start yelling. I don't get really angry.
I get that.
You know?
But maybe not you necessarily. But I do know so many people who like literally like they are straight men, but are just sitting rocking at night at the thought of trans women having sex with straight men. Like, why are you guys so concerned? Like, get the fuck over it.
I think
I'm
it's
so serious
pushed,
right now.
Right,
Yeah, because they're pushing it
not
on
that
everybody.
push though. Look
not
away.
that push.
As somebody,
It's
you know what's
not
crazy?
that push.
Okay, here's the point
It's
though.
not that
You know that
push.
thing that's circulating around with me? That shit has probably like 3 million views now, or 6 million views on Twitter. It's of me. I'm the one speaking in the video. It has not once come up on any of my social media platforms. I'm only getting people sent to me, and I'm in it. is because you guys are making that your life.
No,
Step away from the internet. Go touch some grass. You guys say it's only 1% of people. Go surround yourself without that.
Pico, the reason is because up until 2015, there was no such thing as transgenderism as a matter of public life. In 2015, Barack Obama decided to insert it into military policy. And then also in 2015, a bunch of liberals in North Carolina passed an ordinance that said that there are no women's bathrooms anymore because dudes can go into the women's bathroom. So it was the pro-transgender people.
I'm letting you know right now, it's not trans women who are. It's those weirdos who are going into the bathrooms who are trying to who are trying to abuse that power. They would have been going into those bathrooms regardless if it was allowed for them to or not.
Where do the trans women go to the bathroom?
In the women's bathroom because they were a trans woman.
But you just said that it's not.
That's the thing I'm saying. I'm saying the trans women who are actual trans women who are.
There's no such thing as an actual trans woman.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is there's weirdos who are going to abuse the power, who would have abused the power without those laws in place anyways. Those weirdos.
No, but they would be kicked out. Is the difference?
They are still going to be kicked out. A man.
No, now there's a civil right according to the Bostock decision.
You think so?
In
if you think you walked into
the
women's bathroom in that state right now and you just said, "Oh, I go by she/hers," they're going to let you stay in there? Be fucking for real. There's common sense still, dude.
Kiko, if they didn't, I could sue under civil rights law.
And you wouldn't win. You wouldn't win.
Unfortunately, I would win.
I'm guaranteeing you would not win.
You wouldn't. There's a Supreme Court
They have so much evidence against you. There's so much evidence.
There's no evidence.
You guys are so delusional to these actual real world problems because you guys read 2 stats online of people, or you talk to one person who's a detransitioner, or you hear one thing online, and you guys think it is the
Kiko,
overall
I'm just telling you what the
normal.
law says. The thing about
I know what the law says, but
the thing about gender identity is that it is a self-identity. So there's no test that someone has to take to prove that one is now a man or a woman. It's all just self-definition.
But you're still going to be in front of the court of law, and you're still going to have to win the case. No judge is going to have you win that case. I'm sorry, you're delusional.
You're right. According to
that's why we still have the gay panic law in some states. If you think that's possible,
actually, can I say something? I witnessed this the other week. We were at a really nice restaurant, where you had to dress up to go there. Yeah. And then there was a trans person, and they walked in fishnets and just a bra exposing everything. Yeah. And it was very vocal about it.
Any such
and
cases?
Then, some people next to the table asked, why the person was allowed in the restaurant. They said, we can't kick them out.
Exactly.
So it does happen.
Then they don't have a dress code. That should be a dress code thing.
It is a dress
no matter
code.
your gender.
It is a dress code.
No matter your gender, you have to follow a dress code.
No. They're able to kick her out.
Just like my friend.
Code.
Yeah, my friend just got kicked out in Vegas because she was. It's a
But is your
masculine
friend a
female
trans woman?
She's a masculine female wearing men's attire, and they did not let her in because she didn't fit the woman's dress code.
What was the establishment?
And she left, and she just left.
So
it's I'm not saying it can't happen, but that's the thing of dress code. That's nothing to do with gender.
Yeah,
even a woman wouldn't get away with wearing that.
I know, but
so they need to update their rules.
Women, especially women, would not get away with wearing that. But the thing about this weird transgender moment is that transgender identifying people can get away with whatever the hell they want.
No, they can't.
I'm saying if they had a dress code in place, they would not be allowed. If they had a dress code saying no fishnets or exposing things allowed, no matter if they thought they were a fucking unicorn, they wouldn't be allowed to sit in there.
Yeah, literally.
The establishments are nervous to say anything or kick them out.
That's a problem on them. That's a problem on them getting nervous about it. Why do you have to be so nervous?
Because then they'll end up on the news.
There was a Supreme Court case about this, though, about dress codes for transgender identifying people, specifically in a funeral home, and the transgender person prevailed in that because we're in this weird moment. It was actually parodied in Family Guy, which is that there's this guy at the end of the bar who's a transvestite, and he's looking at porn, and the bartender comes down and he says, "Hey, you can't look at porn at this bar." And he says, "Hey, no, I'm a transgender." They said, "Oh, okay, then do whatever the hell you want." And that's actually how our Supreme Court law works, and it's how it operates in the country.